Hi, I'm Bob Liodice, president of the ANA. Today I'd like to spend a few moments with you to talk about privacy and self-regulation. Earlier this week, Congressman Boucher essentially introduced a draft of legislation which has been long awaited, which essentially tries to address privacy situations both in the online and offline communities. Give him a lot of credit for trying, but quite frankly, the draft of that legislation is, as one of my colleagues described it, as a mess. Now, granted, it's a draft. Granted, they are inviting lots of comments to understand what it is that legislation can be improved by. But for all practical purposes, it's almost a non-starter. Now, why is this so important to us? Well, for all practical purposes, most legislation that could possibly be conceived can do quite a bit of damage to affect the commerce parts of Internet advertising. We are extraordinarily concerned that in the ambition of trying to ensure that privacy principles are appropriately managed, that we do damage to the way business can be conducted on the Internet. Now, this has been a long-standing area that the marketing community has placed a lot of time and attention. In fact, we've been at this for about 3 years. The issue started a few years ago across the concerns about marketers and others soliciting and getting personally identifiable information, PII. Well, that is not true. And to address concerns about PII and other areas about data collection, the industry has worked collaboratively across the agency, media, publisher, and advertiser spectrum to create and identify principles for self-regulatory behavior that's in this particular document and on many of the association websites that guide behavior in the online arena, particularly for those ads that are classified as behavior or interest-based. With all of that being said, the principles have been in place for over a year and have essentially been adopted in the United States and in the European Union. With all of that being accomplished, the industry is now working to develop accountability mechanisms that will allow us to determine and monitor those that are advertising on the Internet as to whether they are in compliance with those principles, and for the purposes of being able to identify outliers to those respective principles. This is a significant topic, and it's a topic that will cover well beyond what I can certainly cover in this blog. But what I want to let you know and to assure you is that the industry is working very hard, very fast to address privacy as a core issue in the way we are going to be conducting business in the online world. And I encourage you, if you've not seen it, to take a good hard look at the self-regulatory principles that we've introduced and to pay close attention what will be in the near term about the announcements that will take place regarding the monitoring and accountability systems. This is a very important topic to our industry, and we are out in front of it. Thank you very much.